Hey guys, Eric with Blue Line Fishing. Welcome back to the channel. Your time's important to me as always, and what we're going to do in today's time is we're going to check out some new lures, some new baits for the 2024 fishing season. Got some hard baits, got some soft plastics too. Stick with me, we're going to jump right into it. All right guys, first up is the new Bill Lewis Hammer Trap. This is a new style of lipless crankbait. I'm going to take it out of the package, give you a closer look at it. So this is the new Hammer Trap. Try and focus in right there, give you guys a closer look at it. This is a new design for Bill Lewis lures for 2024 for their lipless crankbait. You see they've gone to a tapered body design, and I'll compare it to the old style rattle trap here in a second, sound chambers too. But what's unique I think about this bait is this tritone chamber system they've gone to. They've gone with, you can't see it, but here in the belly and up towards the lip here, what would be the lip, the front of the bait, they've gone with a weighted keel system. So there's a weight through here, there's a second weight running through here, and then there's a sound chamber here in the center. This particular bait is available in, I believe, 16 colors. This one is 3/8 ounce, 2.5 inches. It's also available, I believe, in 5/8 ounce, 3 inches. But we're going to check out the sound chambers in these now compared to the old style rattle trap. So here's the old school rattle trap here. This is a 1/2 ounce model, and here's the new Hammer Trap. Obviously you can see the design, you know, the old school football shape on these, and these are great baits, still love them, throw them all the time, but they've gone with this tapered tail design on the new Hammer Trap. As far as how they sound, so we'll try and compare the sound chambers on these. This is the Hammer Trap compared to the old school rattle trap. So side by side, a little bit of difference in how they sound. This one, I think the new Hammer Trap is more subtle, but I think this is a bait too that's designed to flutter a little bit better than the old school baits. I don't know about that, haven't fished it yet, but if you like to fish that yo-yo retrieve or that stop-start, this is a bait that's more inclined and designed to do that. We'll see, time will tell, because as soon as the water gets just a little bit warmer, I'm gonna start throwing this bait. So next up from Rapala and Crush City Customs is the Freeloader. This is a new kind of a trailer bait, swim bait. I'll take it out of the package and show you guys. Bait that was designed by Jacob Wheeler. So this is the new Freeloader by Rapala. This is the 4-inch model. To my knowledge, it only comes in 4-inch at this time. I'm sure they may vary that up, make a smaller or larger one. We'll see, time will tell. You can see it's a pintail design, and you can see I can't hardly hold it still without that tail there quivering, which is the idea. It's always got some kind of subtle movement to it. Once again with that pintail design, it's really similar to the Hog Farmer Spunk Shad or the ZMan Chatter Spike. But some other features on this bait, it does have a vented belly on it right here. So if you can rig this bait multiple ways. You could Texas rig it weightless. You could belly rig it with the Texas rig as well. You could fish it on a jig head. You could nose hook it and drop shot it. How I'm going to fish it though is a trailer for a chatterbait or a spinnerbait. You could also use it on a scrounger. But that was its true intention, I think, out of the gate, is a trailer for those type of bladed jigs, which is one of my favorite things to throw, because if you guys watch the channel, you know that I love to power fish. But once again, it's got a vent in the top here too. Don't know if you guys can see that very well. A little bit of a slit right there, just to guide your hook in and keep that bait nice and straight when you're rigging it as a trailer, or if you're going to put it on a jig head or however you want. But that is the Rapala Crush City Customs Freeloader. So next up, another soft plastic, another Rapala Crush City Customs lure. This is the Mayor. This is a swim bait. Take it out of the package and give you a look at it. So here's the Mayor by Crush City, another bait designed by Jacob Wheeler. It is similar to the Freeloader as far as having the slot channels in it. I don't know how well you can see it along the top, but it's got a slot running along the top or groove. And then it's got the vented belly here, and that's just something so you can rig it up nice and straight, whether you're going to rig it up as a standalone swim bait with a jig head on it, or you could rig it up Texas style with a weighted belly hook, or just weightless. You can also use it as a chatterbait or spinnerbait trailer, and that's something too with this blunt head on it like that. It'll kind of butt up against that jig head really nice and flush, where you don't have to trim them off, because a lot of times, like when I'm rigging up a trailer, it's got that rounded jig head. I usually just bite off the front right here or cut off the front of that so it fits nice and flush. The bait's got a really nice design to it, as far as it's supposed to have a subtle action, wide paddle tail on the back there, and it's got some small little features like these little fins sticking up and the little kind of spike sticking up on the end of the paddle tail, just supposed to give it that subtle action. These are also salt and scent infused baits, just like the Freeloader is also salt and scent infused. And I believe this comes in 16 colors and 3-inch and a 4-inch model. So another hard bait here, and you guys know I love chatterbaits, so a new chatterbait for the 2024 season here. It is the ZMan Evo. Let's take it out of the package, get a better look at it. All right guys, so this is the Evo chatterbait by ZMan. We'll start up here with the front of the bait and work our way back. It does have the traditional head to blade design, like the jackhammer does, for example. And they've come out with some new patterns on the blades. They got some copper colored blades, but they also have, like, this is a silver blade, but it's kind of that glitter infused. Whether you like that or not, that's what's on some of the new Evo baits. They have the traditional just smooth nickel and gold color blades as well. But as you move back on here too, you can see the head on this it's just like it would be on, say, for example, the jackhammer, but the eyes on it are a little bit bigger and they're more of a 3D eye. These are kind of a brownish color on here, but they're a little bit bigger and bolder eyes on it. Something a little different too on the front of it. It has, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this very well, it has these two ridges coming out of, little plates coming out of each side of the head right there. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but on each side of the head here, it's got these little blades coming out and little fins, if you will, and it's supposedly designed that way to let the bait run a little bit truer, let it run and track straighter on the retrieve. As far as the skirt on it goes, it's a wire tied skirt, nice big full skirt on it here as well. We'll flip it upside down, and they've changed up what they've done with the keeper system on the Evo. So it's got the big nice needle point hook on here. It's a 5/0, but it has one wire keeper right here, and then it has this lead keeper in the center. And you know, like on the traditional jackhammer, for example, this is a jackhammer, they have the two, flip that down, it's got the two wire keepers on it. That was originally, I think, designed by ZMan to keep those Elastec type baits on there better, because they're a little tough to get on, but it keeps those on there nice and solid. The knock on it is, by some guys, is that it tends to rip those traditional plastic baits a little more with these double wire weed guards. So on the Evo, they went to just one wire keeper on there, and then this to give it a little more grip on those traditional soft plastics you'd use as a trailer. It's also going to keep those Elastec type baits on there just as well too. And then as far as the blade design on it goes too, and I know we were talking about the front earlier, but the blade on it, some guys think it's different as far as what's on the jackhammer. My understanding, it's not. I compared it to the traditional chatterbait blade. This is a traditional chatterbait right here, the first series, if you will, first generation. The angle of the, and I'll try and flip these around so you can see them a little bit better, they're different. The angle is coming up, or set farther back. Right here is the bend, I should say. On this, it's higher up on the Evo, and it's also higher up on the jackhammer. So it's got the same blade design, even though some guys are saying or thinking it's different. It's got the same blade design as the jackhammer does. But a lot of neat new little features on this. Like I say, not only the color schemes are a little bit different, but you know, the 3D eyes, these little fins coming out here, little plates coming out on the front of the bait, I think are pretty unique. New keeper system. I think it'd be a great bait. Can't wait for springtime to try this one out. So I thought I'd show you guys real quick, you know, just combining some of the new baits here for 2024 we talked about today. So that is the Evo chatterbait with that Freeloader trailer. And I'm telling you, man, that does look like all that and a bag of chips. I cannot wait to try this combo out, especially on some of these lakes that I fish that have a high population of shad. I think this thing is just going to knock them out. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you got something out of today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'll leave links down below for all the new baits and lures that I showed you guys here today. I also have some product discount codes for you guys as well. Once again, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, until that next video, get out there and fish.